Outside the sacred wall defining Rome's city limits, known as the Pomerium, deep in the heart of October, a strange event took place, a ritual known as the October Horse. 2 horse chariots raced in the field of Mars. The horse of the right side of the winning chariot was sacrificed. Its head and tail were severed from the body. The name for the festival itself is not recorded, but the horse is known as the October Horse. Welcome to Hodie Romae, a minicast from Vertigus. I'm your host, Avery. As I mentioned last time, we'll defer ghosts and goblins proper until the calends of November. Now is the time of the ritual of the October Horse, probably the only horse sacrifice in the Roman Republic and Empire. This sacrifice is just the beginning of a larger ritual. For now, there is an annual contest for possession of the horse's head. The sacrifice set up a rivalry between 2 groups, the residents of the Subura and the residents of the Sacravia. If the Suburanese won, they would attach the head to the Mamilian Tower, a tower that stood until the early Empire. If the Sacravienses won, they attached the head to the wall of the Regia, the old home of the king, and later the abode of the Pontifex Maximus. The tail was sped to the Regia, where the still dripping blood could become part of a ritual. So why, we may ask, was this victorious beast slaughtered? One suggestion is that it was a ritualized revenge for the sack of Troy, the Romans claiming descent from the Trojans. You'll recall the famous Trojan horse, the trick the Greeks used to take the city. The main literary account of the Trojan horse is in Virgil's Aeneid. Virgil happened to be born on the Ides of October. Bonus Ides! But most writers, even the ancient ones, didn't believe this story. Some writers thought the sacrifice was in honor of the good outcome for the harvest, horses being used in war and agriculture, seasons for both of which had just ended. As Festus writes, ab frugum eventum, for the good outcome of the harvest. But there's more. The 2 competing factions come from different power centers in very early Rome. The Mamilian Tower was named for an important family who traced their descent back to Circe and Telegonus, Odysseus' son, while the Regia was the home of the Roman kings. And these are but 2 of the theories. Chariot racing came to Romans through the Etruscans, who worshipped a god-child, Mars, and held chariot races in the field of Mars. 2-horse chariots of the same type can be seen on children's sarcophagi. Mars and Maris may have been conflated somewhat, Mars taking on some of the attributes of Maris. The October horse ritual has also been compared to the Vedic Indian rite of Ashvamedha, or horse sacrifice, and to the Celtic-Irish inaugural sacrifice. Fraser, of the Golden Bough fame, whose work should be taken with a pound of salt, claims its origins lie in a ritual to a grain god found in many cultures. And there are still other explanations. But that's enough for now. You'll find a link to an article in the description that gives plenty of detail in history. I wish you a happy spooky season and ask that you do not sacrifice animals for a good harvest, but rather give your good harvest to your animals. What horse doesn't want an apple? Until the calends of November, friends, farewell. Extra murum sacrum, qui finem urbis Romae definit, Pomerium vocamus, in ipso corde mensus Octobris, currus bigae per campum Martis cartabant. Eccus dextur currus victoris immolatur. Caput, caudaque abscinduntur. Nulla feria nomine notat est, sed ipse eccus vocatur eccus Octobor. Salvete ad Hodie Romae, acroam a breve avertigom issum. Ego sum Avery, hospes Wester. ut proximo dixi, larvae et lemures et alia monstra differemus ad calendas novembres. Nunc autem tempus est ritus equi octobris. Forsitan unicum sacrificium equi in tota republica atque imperio Romano. Ad sacrificium tantum initium est. Statum enim oritur certamum annum de ipso capite equi. Duae turmae concurrunt, suburanienses et sacravienses. Si suburanienses vincunt, caput ad turum mamilium affigunt. Turum olim fuisse subura, quae usque ad prima tempora imperi stetit. Nunc tantum inscriptiones memoriam servant. Si autem sacravinienses superant, caput parieti regiae affigitur. Domus olum regia, denda pontifex maximi. Caud autem celeriter ad regiam fertur, ut sanguis aduc manans ritu includatur. At quaerere licet, cur hoc victori animal occiditur? Multa causa proferentur. Prima, antiqua quidem et vix credita etiam ab ipsis veteribus, vindicatio fuisse dicitur ob excidium Troiae. Romani enem a Troianis genus suum ducere gloriantur. Graeci autem per equum ligneum dolo illam urbem deleverunt. De equo illo Troiano Virgilius nobis primum narrat in Aeneidae suae. Ipse Virgilius bonis fatis natus est idibus octobris, idis Faustae. Ali autem putant sacrificium fieri propter frugum felicem finem, nam et bella et aratra eo tempore conquiescunt, equis utrisque usus. Ut festus ait ob frugum eventum. Sed hic res non finem capet. Illae due factiones, suburanienses et sacravienses, originum trahunt ex variis potestatis sedibus in Roma prisca. Turris Mamilia nomen habet agente Mamilia, quae se ad Circam et Telegonem filium Ulixis referebat. Regi autem erat domus regum, denda pontifex maximi. Et hae tantum duae sunt ex sententis. Currus autem ut meministis ab Etruscis Romanis traditi sunt, qui purum quendam Deum marim colebant, et in campo Martis equos agitabant. Eodem modo bigae puerorum in sarcophagis videre licit. Martem et Marim putant quidam in unum Deum palatem colauisse, ut Mars partum significationis Maris sibi assumeret. Qui autem omnia ad universalem sensum revocant, comparant hunc ritum cum Asavameda ritu indorum vedico, et cum sacrificis inaugurabilis Celtarum hibenorum. Frasier ille, si meministis aureae rami, dicit hanc rem ortam esse ex culto quendum die frumenti. Sed, ut ipse fabulas amant, libenter salam adamus. Libram salis si placet. Sed satis est nunc. In descriptione invenietis nexum ad articulum plenum rerum et historiarum. Vobis apto festo terrificum et iocundum, et oro ne animalia immoletis propter frugum bonum exitum, sed poties fruges bonas animalibus vestris date. Quis ecus non mallet malum? Ad calendas Novembres amici, valete.